How rare is your body? Let's find out. 83.7% of people can roll their tongue, but only 14.7% of people can make a clover out of their tongue. Only 4% of people have an outie belly button. And believe it or not, doctors can't choose if you have an innie or an outie belly button. Things like the belly button itself and the fat beneath it determine what kind of belly button you'll have. 10% of people have something called Morton's toe. And this is where your big toe is shorter than the toe next to it. The Statue of Liberty actually has a Morton's toe as well. 1% of people have a double row of eyelashes. And while this might look like something a lot of you are jealous of, it actually can cause a lot of problems. Next, 2% of people naturally have red hair. In order to have a child with this hair color, both parents need to possess the gene. And while redheads make up a tiny part of the population, one study found that 30% of ads have red hair in them. How rare you are? Part 2. Only 2% of people naturally have blonde hair. And if you narrow it down just to white people in the United States, that percentage goes up to 5%. Less than 1% of people have this small little hole right on their ear. Some evolutionary biologists claim this used to be a gill on humans. 35% of people have no wisdom teeth. Wisdom teeth used to serve a purpose, but they no longer serve a purpose in us, which is why we take them out a lot of times so they don't get infected when they're pushing through your gums. And if you don't have wisdom teeth, I'm jealous of you. 20% of people are double jointed. This is thought to be genetic and due to a variation in collagen in your connective tissues. Less than 1% of the people in the US have AB negative blood. And believe it or not, there's something called golden blood, which only about 40 people in the world have, and it's completely different than any other blood. How rare you are? Part 3. Number 1 is dimples. Only 25% of people have dimples. You can have either 2 or just 1 cheek dimple. Dimples are also hereditary, so if either of your parents has a dimple, it's more likely that you will have one as well. Number 2 is the way your hair whirls. 8.4% of people have a counterclockwise hair whirl on their head, while the majority has a clockwise one. Only 5% of people have arched fingerprints. And you can see 65% have looped and 30% have whirled, but that arched is the rarest. Only 22% of people can wiggle one ear, and only 18% of people can wiggle both their ears. And the ability to wiggle the ears may be inherited, however, it can also be learned with practice. Only 11% of people have naturally curly hair.